Hi everybody! So I'm here with another quick little video. I try to do some of these little short ones mixed in with the big ones so that, you know, you have a selection of long or short videos to watch. And this is Showdown of the MAC 217 dupe brushes. Dun, 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 dun. Who will be the winner? Okay, so I do have to say, I'm going to start off by saying, if you've watched my videos, you'll know that I'm not really the world's biggest MAC fan. Let's just say, okay, I'm not going to go into the whole big reason why I don't like MAC. Let's just say that for the most part, I'm usually disappointed with the products that I buy from MAC more than any other line that I shop with, okay? There's two exceptions to that rule, and that is their lipsticks and their brushes. Every brush that I have from MAC is like, I will say, top quality, top of the line, best brush out of, you know, my collection kind of thing. And I have a couple of them that really changed the way that I apply makeup. And the number one brush that did that was the MAC 217, which I got for Christmas last year. I can't believe it's been almost a year already. And I have a cough, so I'm just going to put a cough drop in and try not to look like a cow chewing its cud while I do that. I'm just going to let it dissolve as I talk to you. Okay, so the MAC 217 is by far probably my favorite brush. If, I can't talk to you with this in my mouth. Probably my favorite brush. You know, if somebody said you're only allowed to take one brush with you, I would take, like, one eye brush, I would take the 217 because you can apply shadow with it. You can blend shadow out. It's perfect for blending. It's got like a chiseled shape, so it fits right into the crease very well. It does a very good job of blending. You can smoke out underneath your eye with it. You can apply, it's just, you can do everything with it. And I love it. I find as far as blending goes, it does a really good job of blending colors together, but doesn't diffuse the colors as much as a big fluffy brush does. So it's really, really good at softening edges, but keeping the eyeshadow precise, as opposed to like a big fluffy brush, which would, you know, really diffuse the color out. You can actually keep control of where it's just a great brush, okay? So this is what it looks like. This is the 217. Now, the thing is, it retails for $27 Canadian. Okay, I think it's about $25 American or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. I would say that it's totally worth paying, you know, like if you want to invest in a good brush, invest in a MAC 217. It's just, you can't go wrong. Okay, you will never ever at any point feel like, oh, I spent too much money on that brush. Okay, the only problem is they get dirty, and we don't always clean our brushes, you know, regularly. So you like to have a couple of spares, you know, that you can go to. So at that point, it becomes expensive, right? $27 every time I want to buy a brush. I have 4, so, you know, add it up. That's like $120. Oh, math is still there. You do need your math skills. Okay, so anyway, it gets expensive. So I started looking for dupes, okay? Lower priced dupes. And I have 2 that I found were, you know, fairly comparable. And they are the Sigma Blending E25 brush, clearly from Sigma, and the C433 Pro Blending Fluff from Coastal Scents. So when you compare them, MAC 217 is in the middle. The Coastal Scents brush is on the, well, it's on my left, so you're right. I don't know how that works. And here's the Sigma on the other side. So I've measured them up. The bases are all the same. Okay, the Sigma is the tallest brush. The MAC is actually the shortest, and the Coastal Scents one is closest in height to the MAC 217. The Sigma is the tallest. Okay, so price, so they all look fairly the same. They're all black handles, silver ferrules. They're all, you know, they've got pinch marks, where they're like crimp marks where the ferrule has been attached to the handle. All relatively the same height. All relatively look the same. Okay? Now, here's where the differences are. So the MAC 217, as I said, was $27. The Sigma is $9. And the Coastal Scents is $3. $3.95. Okay? So there you go. So you can have, you know, 2.5 of these for every one of these that you buy. And you can have 3 of these for every one of those that you buy. So these are very good price-wise. As far as which one do I prefer, I have to say that I prefer the Coastal Scents one to the Sigma one. They are all very good brushes. The MAC one is superior from these two just because it holds its shape the best. This never, you know, flays out more than I wanted to. It has stayed quite chiseled. It's still compact. The other ones, the bristles are a little bit longer, especially the Sigma. The Sigma bristles are quite a bit longer. See there? Yeah, you can see like the shortest is the Coastal Scents, then it goes up to the MAC, and then the Sigma brushes are. So what I find with the Sigma one is it gets a little bit flippy floppy, like that's what I refer to when the bristles are a little bit long, like they stop, you lose control a little bit when the bristles are too long. So I just find overall like the Sigma one is good, and I mean it's fairly indistinguishable with the Coastal Scents one, but I prefer the Coastal Scents one because the ferrule is a little bit shorter. Okay, there's just more control with the bristles. It's not as fat as the Sigma one, like it has kept its chiseled shape better than the Sigma one has. And the Sigma one, if you can see, has got crazy hairs sticking out on the side here, whereas the Coastal Scents one does not. And when you compare the price and everything, I just think that the Coastal Scents one is better. It's $3.95. You can order it from Coastal Scents. They ship worldwide. It's really great. I can have multiples of these, even more so than the Sigma ones, without, you know, without breaking the bank. So I would not steer you wrong to tell you to pick up a 217, but if it's just not in your budget, between the Sigma and the Coastal Scents, I would say go and grab some of the Coastal Scents one. It's just, the bristles are nicer, I find. I have less fallout. I have, for some reason, have a lot of fallout issues with my Sigma brushes. It's just kept its shape better. It didn't go as fluffy. It didn't lose its chiseledness. Like if you see here, it's still fairly compact. It hasn't like gone, you know, flipped out this, like opened up this way. It's just held up better than my Sigma one. And especially my Sigma E25 Travel Edition. I mean, this is just like a fluffy blending brush now. It's not even, it's not chiseled anymore or anything. So there you go. So there's my, out of the battle of the dupes, the Coastal Scents one wins. If you're a huge Sigma fan, you already know about the E25. It's a good brush, but comparing these two alone, forget about the MAC one, comparing these two alone, I think the Coastal Scents is the winner just because of value for your money. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.